Okay, so we're diving into a pretty wild situation today. Get this. Nocturnal Wonderland. You know, Insomniac's longest-running festival. It's supposed to be absolutely epic. And then, bam, wildfire shut the whole thing down. Total mood killer.
Well, absolutely. And we're not just talking about a little rain delay here. The line fire in San Bernardino County was devastating.
Oh.
Over 38,000 acres blamed. This was a serious crisis for the entire community.
Absolutely heartbreaking. And I think for Insomniac, this wasn't just about logistics or anything. You know, they've been a part of the Southern California community for decades. This was personal. So instead of just, throwing in the towel,
Sure.
they decided to fight fire with, well, music.
And they didn't hold back. They organized 3 benefit concerts in L.A. just this past weekend, actually, September 14th through the 16th. And get this, at iconic venues like the Hollywood Palladium and Exchange L.A.
Wow. These are legendary spots. This wasn't just some random last-minute thing. What do you make of that choice, using those venues?
It's huge. For starters, it shows everyone how serious the situation is. Fans, the music industry, everyone. And by choosing these legendary venues, they're tapping into something really powerful. These places have massive capacities, which means they can raise a ton of money for relief efforts. It's a smart move,
Yeah.
It blends cultural significance with a very real, practical goal.
Right. And speaking of strategic moves, let's talk about the lineup for these benefit shows, because Insomniac really brought out the big guns for this one.
Oh yeah, they went all out.
We're talking SVD Din Death going back-to-back with Kaizo. I mean, come on, that's legendary.
Absolutely. And it shows how much Insomniac wanted this to succeed. These aren't just big names. These are artists with huge, dedicated fan bases. They're known for their energy, for their stage presence. Bringing in names like that guarantees a massive turnout. And that means more support for the people who need it most.
For sure. It's like they took all the energy of Nocturnal Wonderland and poured it right into these benefit shows. And it wasn't just those two either. You had Dioro, Slander, Kaiwachi. They even got Camden Cox. He was just featured as an EDM.com Class of 2024 star. For anyone who hasn't heard his stuff, how would you describe his sound?
That's a tough one. It's kind of like melodic dubstep,
Yeah.
but really cinematic, like listening to a movie score in a club.
Oh, I totally get that. Big soaring melodies, those emotional buildups.
Exactly.
He's definitely one to watch in the scene.
Def-
But you know what I loved about this lineup? It wasn't just about those big headliner names.
Yeah, you're right.
They had a little bit of everything. Some house music legends, even. It's like they wanted to make sure everyone felt welcome.
Absolutely. That's always been a big part of Insomniac's identity, championing all of the different subgenres within EDM. They've always been about pushing boundaries, but also about fostering a sense of community. And these concerts were a perfect example of that.
Totally. And to make it even more impactful, Insomniac was very clear about one thing.
Oh yeah, what's that?
100% of the proceeds from these concerts, all of it, is going directly to wildfire relief efforts.
Wow.
No overhead costs, no administrative fees.
Not amazing.
Every single dollar going straight to where it's needed most.
That's incredible. It really shows you what their priorities are.
It does. It wasn't about making up for lost revenue from Nocturnal. This was purely about helping their community.
Yeah, it's inspiring, honestly.
Speaking of community, it's crazy to think about. On the one hand, you have these wildfires, this incredibly destructive force of nature.
Right.
And on the other hand, you have music, this completely different kind of force.
Yeah.
But this one has the power to heal and rebuild.
It really is remarkable. And it speaks to something so fundamental about being human, that need to connect with each other, to offer support when things get tough. And music has this incredible ability to tap into all of that. It creates this feeling of shared experience. It helps us see past our differences.
100%. Like I said, I wasn't directly affected by these wildfires, but just knowing the story behind these benefit concerts, hearing these artists pour their hearts out, it makes me feel connected to what happened. It makes me want to be a part of the solution.
And that's what's so powerful about it. You don't have to be directly impacted to feel empathy, to want to help. When events like this happen, they have these ripple effects. People who weren't even there are suddenly inspired to take action. Maybe they donate to a relief organization, or maybe they volunteer their time. It's amazing.
It's like this chain reaction of generosity.
Exactly.
It's all sparked by music. And the thing is, this isn't just an Insomniac thing. We've seen this kind of response time and time again in the EDM world.
Right, absolutely. That's like a core part of the community's DNA.
It really is.
You've got artists donating proceeds from their tracks, festivals raising awareness for important causes, even just fans supporting each other online. It's really heartwarming to see.
It is. It's a good reminder that even in a scene known for partying,
Yeah,
for letting loose, there's also this deep well of compassion, this willingness to step up when it really matters.
for sure.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think we've uncovered something really special here. Insomniac faced a truly awful situation, having to cancel their longest-running festival because of these devastating wildfires. But instead of letting it defeat them, they turned it into an opportunity to give back, to rally their community, to use their platform for good.
They really did.
And in doing so, they reminded us of the incredible power of music, its power to heal, to connect, and to inspire real action. And that's something we can all carry with us, no matter what our passion is. It's about finding those opportunities to make a difference, to use what we love to do some good in the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep that music playing